Let me tell you something, folks. Understanding the psychology of attraction is like having the keys to the kingdom. You see, men, they don't just fall in love out of the blue. There's a science to it, a pattern, a recipe, if you will. And I'm here to tell you, some ingredients, they just make the whole darn dish irresistible. We're talking about the kind of woman that makes a man weak in the knees, the kind he can't get out of his head. And let me tell you, it's not always what you think. It's deeper than that. It's about connection. It's about feeling seen. It's about the way she makes him feel about himself. So buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the psychology of attraction. We're going to break down the 5 things women do that make men fall head over heels. And trust me, you're going to want to take notes. Picture this. A man walks into a bar a little worse for wear after a long day. He's got his troubles, his frustrations, the whole 9 yards, and then he sees her. Now, she's not just smiling politely, she's leaning in, her eyes locked on his. He starts talking, pouring his heart out, and she's right there with him every step of the way. She's not interrupting, she's not waiting for her turn to speak, she's just listening, really listening. And as he talks, something amazing happens. He starts to feel lighter, understood. It's like she's taking those burdens off his shoulders one by one, just by listening. You see, most people, they just hear. They wait for their turn to talk. They're already formulating their response, but not her. She's present, she's engaged. She's making him feel like he's the only man in the room. And that, my friends, is powerful. Because in that moment, he's not just being heard, he's being seen. He's being validated. And that feeling, that connection, it's intoxicating. It's the difference between feeling like just another face in the crowd and feeling like the most fascinating person on the planet. And trust me, that's a feeling men crave. So the next time a man starts talking to you, put down your phone, silence those thoughts running through your head, and just listen. Really listen. You might be surprised at the connection you forge. Now let's talk about interests. We all have them, those things that light us up, that make us tick. And when someone else takes a genuine interest in those things, it creates a powerful bond. Imagine a woman asking a man about his passion for woodworking, not just a passing. That's interesting, but a real, genuine curiosity. She asks about the types of wood he uses, the tools he prefers, the challenges he faces. She listens intently as he describes the feeling of taking a rough piece of timber and shaping it into something beautiful, something tangible. And in her eyes, he sees not just interest, but admiration. He sees that she values his passions, even if they're not something she shares. And that, my friends, is huge, because it tells him that she sees him, the real him, beyond the surface. It's the difference between feeling like you have to put on a show and feeling like you can be yourself, quirks and all. And that kind of acceptance, that's what true intimacy is all about. So don't just pretend to be interested in what he loves, truly engage with it. Ask questions, listen to his stories, and watch his face light up as he shares a piece of himself with you. Chapter 3. Confidence and Independence. The allure of a woman who stands on her own. Let's be real, folks, there's nothing more attractive than a woman who knows her worth. A woman who walks into a room and owns it, who doesn't need a man to complete her, but sees him as an equal, a partner in crime. Imagine a woman who's passionate about her career, who sets goals and crushes them, who's not afraid to speak her mind and chase her dreams. She's not looking for someone to rescue her. She's perfectly capable of rescuing herself. And that, my friends, is incredibly alluring, because it shows a man that she's not going to be clingy or needy. She's not looking for him to fill a void in her life. She's complete on her own. She's a force to be reckoned with, a woman who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to go after it. And that kind of confidence, it's magnetic. It draws men in because it shows them that she's not going to be a project. She's not looking for someone to fix her. She's a strong, independent woman who's ready to take on the world, with or without a man by her side. So embrace your independence, ladies. Chase your dreams, speak your truth, and know your worth, because a woman who stands on her own 2 feet is a woman that men can't help but admire. Chapter 4. Supportive and encouraging the strength in her unwavering belief. We all need someone in our corner, someone who believes in us even when we doubt ourselves. And when a man finds a woman who can be that for him, it's a game changer. Imagine a man facing a difficult decision filled with self-doubt and uncertainty. And there she is, his rock, his confidant. She doesn't tell him what to do, she doesn't try to fix his problems, she just listens. She listens with her heart, offering words of encouragement and unwavering support. She reminds him of his strengths, his resilience, his ability to overcome any obstacle. And in her eyes, he sees not pity or judgment, but belief. Belief in him, in his dreams, in his ability to succeed. That kind of support, it's like a shot of adrenaline straight to the heart. It gives him the courage to take risks, to chase his dreams, to become the best version of himself. Because he knows that no matter what, she'll be there, his biggest cheerleader, his constant source of strength. Chapter 5. Authenticity. The irresistible charm of being unapologetically yourself. In a world obsessed with filters and facades, there's something incredibly refreshing about a woman who's comfortable in her own skin. A woman who's not afraid to be vulnerable, to show her true colors, flaws and all. Imagine a woman who laughs freely, who isn't afraid to cry when she's hurting, who speaks her mind with kindness and conviction. She's not trying to be anyone but herself, and that's what makes her so captivating. She's not afraid to be vulnerable, to let a man see her heart, because she knows that true love isn't about perfection, it's about accepting each other, flaws and all. And that kind of authenticity, it's a breath of fresh air. It's a reminder that real beauty lies not in perfection, but in the unique tapestry of our imperfections. It's the freedom to be ourselves without pretense or apology. And that, my friends, is the most attractive quality of all. So embrace your quirks, your passions, your vulnerabilities, because the right man will love you not in spite of them, but because of them. We've covered a lot of ground today, folks, but it all boils down to this. Men fall in love with women who make them feel seen, heard, and understood. It's about the way she makes him feel about himself, the way she inspires him to be a better man. So take a good, hard look at your relationships. Are you giving your man the kind of love and support he craves? Are you embracing your own strength and authenticity? Because at the end of the day, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. And when you love and accept yourself, flaws and all, you open yourself up to a love that's real, lasting, and oh so powerful. Now, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more relationship advice. And be sure to share this video with your friends, because everyone deserves to experience the kind of love that makes their soul sing.